Gordon Graham here with today's tip from Lexipol. And today's tip, I'm going back a little bit to talk about how much things have changed in public safety over the last 45 years. I don't care if you're on the fire side, the cop side, the EMS side, the custody side. The way we handle calls for service, treat inmates, attack fires, handle our job, it's much different today than it used to be years ago. Culture has changed also. Things that used to be common are no longer tolerated. I'll give you an example, and it's the focus of this tip. When I began my career, it was common for rookies to go through some challenges posed by veteran officers. We were required, no joke, to sit in the front row during briefing. How dare you sit in someplace other than the front row? We couldn't wear a mustache until our training officer granted us permission. And sometimes a new officer wasn't regarded as a real cop until they'd been involved in a fight or a combat shooting. When a new member is not accepted until some type of ritual is achieved, it's called hazing. We never thought of these traditions as hazing. As new cops, we wanted to be part of the group, to feel like we belonged, and we wanted to do our jobs without intimidation. Bullying, like hazing, is also based on power or status, but bullying is usually a repeated action. It's designed to cause fear or distress. We experienced hazing and bullying for sure. But back then it was laughed off as part of the culture. We just believed it was okay since it was part of a long-standing tradition. But it was wrong then. And guess what? It's wrong now. Just because a lot of people thought it was okay does not mean it's okay. We need to think about how we treat our coworkers. What's very interesting to me is that we will gladly help out a kid who's being physically bullied or cyberbullied, but when we see hazing or bullying within the walls of our own buildings, we don't do anything about it. It's time to change that. It's time to do something about it. We can no longer shrug it off as a culture or laugh it off as a tradition. We're talking about people who want to work in our professions. They have succeeded in the academy. They don't need to add these unofficial and harmful challenges. They don't have to submit to hazing rituals or psychological bullying. Let's get past this grade school mentality and college fraternity thinking. The 21st century calls for it. Our profession demands it. Our coworkers deserve it. And that is today's tip from Lexipol. Gordon Graham signing off.